Pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
It's been a long game for you. Football's the mic. Mike's football. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Jim.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Mahomes takes it himself, and he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check. We own them. We own them.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football. Those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
First down, Jaguars. Here we go. Send over.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the 1st down yardage.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Jacksonville.
We're scoreless after 1. The Jags with a football to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Lawrence, he'll find Etienne out of the backfield. He's got the first down inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They go play fake. Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. The one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And you'd think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On first down, Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Lawrence to throw. Flushed it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's got this down to the 35. Handoff comes to Chubb. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. From the 29, Lawrence dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. So no gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Second and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The kick by Lambeau is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Check 26, check 26, check 3.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. That's Clayton. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Mahomes going to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Drops it off for Chubb. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 3 yards remain for second down. Here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So still 14 yards to go, second down. On play action, it's Mahomes. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. Third and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
A give running right is Chubb. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They go play action with Lawrence. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a third and long. Play action. It's Lawrence. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. A throw he probably shouldn't have made, rolling left and then throwing back across the field.
And when you do that and you're rolling towards the sideline, you cut down your field in a big way, significantly. And the guys who play in the second and the third level, those linebackers and DBs, they know that. And they know they don't have nearly as much space to cover. And they're hoping you try and throw it back towards the middle.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Let's go, team. Big series right here.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Clayton. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now here's Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A 51-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 61 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So a pretty wild turn of events there. Instead of a sure 3 points, it's 6 the other direction.
And if you're kicking in the NFL, that should be pretty much automatic, but I don't think that's on him at all. The protection broke down. That led to the block.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Chiefs 7. Josh Lambeau, the kickoff for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Mahomes now to throw. Being chased out left. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Butker on for the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And again, it's Chubb. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The Jaguars on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A give. This is Chubb. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Lawrence will throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially... with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful, up into an error.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He finds his man, complete. It's Clayton. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. A throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Here's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Nicole Hardman with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. To the touchdown, here's Bucker on to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Back to throw. Able to connect with Chark. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. Back to throw. Pass complete to Chubb. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. He'll look to throw. He's got the connection to Cooper. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He's back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Lawrence. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Defensively now, one more play to stop. What are they looking for?
You want to take away their number one running option that you scouted and take away their number one receiver and see if someone else can beat you.
And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. This to cut the lead to 1. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And that'll bring him back within a point. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone. And that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that. But flip it over, making a stand in that portion of the field. Congratulations to them.
So for Kansas City, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.